Hey VC, how you doing? It's Mark here, Basehead 4. Just making a quick film in between the half-time of the Champions League, Chelsea v Paris Saint-Germain. Very exciting stuff. Anyway, yeah, a lot of buys, a lot of purchases. So just thought I'd do a quick share. Kicking off with Leon Thomas, Blues and the Soulful Truth. Really nice. Lovely album. Beautiful sound to this. Yeah, obviously Leon Thomas, known as a kind of vocalist and free jazz yodeler. Yeah, there's Bernard Purdie on drums on this album, Pee Wee Elliott's on sax, Larry Correll on guitar, Cornell Dupre's on there. Really, yeah, kind of quite a mix. There's some absolute killer tunes. China Dolls, fantastic. Gypsy Queen's fantastic. Shape Your Mind to Die is fantastic. A couple of sort of not such exciting blues tunes, but still a fantastic album. Highly recommended. On Phillips, Flying Dutchman. I think it came out about 1971, 72. But yeah, really worth checking if you don't know Leon Thomas. Fantastic. In a not dissimilar vein, which is the kind of spiritual jazz side of town, Larry Young obviously was with Tony Williams' Lifetime and also Larry Young's Fuel. This is Lawrence of Newark. This is an album I just chanced upon, I think, through looking at a review on AllMusic. Yeah, kind of definitely quite abstract album with a sort of an Eastern feel. Tracks like Saudia, Khalid of Space Part 2, definitely quite influenced by the Electric Miles Bitches Brew period. Very experimental stuff. Yeah, James Bloodall on guitar on this. Yeah, abstract stuff, but definitely Larry Young pushing the Hammond organ to new sonic heights, I think, on this album. Definitely worth checking out. In a slightly more soulful jazz mode, we have Hank Crawford. This is on the Kudu label, which was a subsidiary of CTI, and it was the subsidiary label which was specifically looking at the kind of soulful jazz side of things. Yeah, lovely, just always lovely groove playing on these kind of albums. There's obviously Hank Crawford on sax, we've got Idris Muhammad and Bernard Purdie again on drums, we've got Ron Carter on bass, Ralph McDonald on percussion, we've got Randy Brecker, Joe Farrell on flute. Yeah, some lovely grooves, particularly the track Sure Is Funky, and also a great version of Don't You Worry About a Thing. But just really lovely kind of early 70s soulful jazz funk, I guess. Moving on, these are a couple of record fair buys actually. I got there was a record fair in Canterbury a week or so ago. This was another one, which is an album I used to have and that got stolen many years ago, and it's Todd Rundgren's Initiation. This sort of 1975, clearly sort of synths were beginning to appear on the scene, and as ever Todd was kind of at the forefront of experimentation. Basically side 2 is pretty much one track called A Treatise on Cosmic Fire. Yeah, I mean, you know, Todd is just such a one-off. He's such an innovator and such an original voice. The track Real Man is an absolute pop classic. You always felt with Todd Rundgren that he could have just gone down the route of the Blue-Eyed Soul kind of classic tunes, but then there's loads of other sorts of sides to him. I just got Prince's Around the World in 80 Days album, and it just a couple of tracks really were making me think that yeah, Prince must have listened to Todd quite a bit. Yeah, great album. Death of Rock and Roll is great. Another great Todd Rundgren album. Picked this up in a local record shop down to near to where I work in Deptford, southeast London. And this is the original soundtrack album to Blow Up, which features a Herbie Hancock soundtrack. This is a reissue. It's got a big poster in it. It's kind of bizarrely got on one side a Yardbirds track and then 2 tracks by the sort of psych pop band Tomorrow. It's I think originally I heard that it was recorded with UK musicians, and then basically either Herbie or the label didn't like it, so it all got re-recorded with Americans. Jim Hall's kind of all over it. Lots of just little snatches of tracks, sort of you kind of just about to get into a track and then it suddenly fades out because obviously it's been done for the film. But yeah, a nice album to the many albums that I have by Herbie Hancock. This I got just because I wanted to have a better sounding remastered version of Sticky Fingers. This is what is it? It's a sort of half-speed mastered, original master recording, all kind of done analog. Just fantastic. I mean, it's just a classic album. Don't really need to say too much about this, but I just really wanted. I've got my dad's old scratchy version, and I just wanted to hear something that sounded as good as it should sound, and it sounds great. Staying with the 60s, Patti Drew. I bought this really for the track Tell Him. This is just a classic sort of pop soul, I guess, from the late 60s. Just really like Patti Drew's voice, and lovely production, really kind of clear, resonant, beautiful music, and a great voice. So a bit of soul there. Finally got round to picking up this reissue. It's been shown many times. Definitely a VC favourite, I would say, Boards of Canada, and Music Has the Right to Children. And again, I've got a couple of Board of Canada CDs, but I kind of missed out on them at the time, but a very influential band. Great kind of mix of beats and sort of squelchy analog synths, and a real kind of mood to the music, and a lovely double album repress that's just come out on Warp. Very nice. Next up is thank you to Chris1427 Basket. This album, which is the Notwist. The Notwist. I think Chris showed this a couple of videos back. I guess it's sort of electronic pop. Very nice double album. Nice heavy vinyl. Yeah, I don't know much about the band, but it's a great sound and just nice to have a nice fresh album for 2014. So thank you very much, Chris. Really enjoying this. And last up, just had to show this because I also do love my pop. I had to get the yellow vinyl version, 12-inch of Happy. So pleased that Pharell Williams is finally getting all the recognition he deserves. I've been a fan of Neptunes and Nerd for many years, and yeah, but what with Daft Punk and then Despicable Me Too, he's all over the place. I just think this is an absolute classic pop song. It's infectious, and I defy anyone not to sort of start moving or twitching when they hear that. So back to the football, and catch up very soon. Love to everybody. Bye.